Hey guys, welcome to Protein Treats. Today we are making multigrain bread. Yes, you can make bread out of protein and it's so easy and it's so healthy and it's so yummy. I want to make sure that you subscribe because I don't want you guys to miss out on all the new recipes that we post every week. So make sure you click down below and subscribe so every week you get the recipes that we come up with. And stick around because at the end we're going to display all of the nutritional information, how much protein, how many carbs, all that good stuff. So let's get started. So for our ingredients, today you're going to need 6 whole eggs. You're going to need a half a cup of chicken broth. You can use water. You're going to need 1 teaspoon of apple cider vinegar, and you could use white vinegar if you need it. You're going to need 1 cup of unflavored protein powder. We're using our Nutracelle. And then you're going to need some herbs and spices to taste. Now I have 2 teaspoons of garlic, I have 1 teaspoon of onion powder, and I have 1 teaspoon of parsley. You can leave it out or you can change up the herbs how you like. I also have 1 teaspoon of baking soda and a teaspoon of baking powder. That's going to help your bread rise a little bit in the oven. I have half a cup of chia seed, I have a 1/4 cup of psyllium fiber husk, and I have half a cup of coconut flour, and then we've milled our own flaxseed. And I want to show you this because I get my flaxseed from a place called Highwood Crossing. They haven't paid me to do this. I just wanted to show you guys it's such a great product. I order it right from the farm. They're in High River, Alberta in Canada. It's a great product. You can get it online, and I use it, and I use my my little blender, and I make my own flour, which we'll show you on another episode. So let's get started with our wet ingredients. So we're going to mix our wet ingredients together first, and then our dry ingredients, and then we're going to put our wet ingredients into our dry. So we'll start out with our eggs. Once you have your eggs in here, then we're going to go ahead and we're going to add our chicken broth or water, if that's what you're using, and we're going to add our vinegar. Now the vinegar is going to help break the eggs up, and once we have all of our liquids in, you want to be able to whisk it really well so that you have all of the eggs completely blended through. Once your eggs are completely blended, we're just going to set this aside, and then we're going to do our dry ingredients. Now for our dry ingredients, there's no specific order. You can just go ahead and toss everything in. So I'm putting in my flax. Now remember, if you don't have chia seed on hand or you don't have psyllium fiber like I do on hand, just go ahead and replace everything that I'm using with flax. There we go. And now I'm putting in my coconut flour and of course our Nutracelle. There we go. And my baking soda, my baking powder, and all my herbs. And we're just dumping everything in. Couldn't be easier. This is the easiest way to make bread. It's way easier than traditional bread, and of course, way healthier for you because we have tons and tons of protein. We have almost no carbs, but we have tons of really great fiber. Now that we have our dry ingredients, we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna put our wet ingredients in, and all you do is just go right ahead, dump it in there, and mix it up. Now you don't want to mix too much, but you want to make sure that all the dry ingredients are well mixed and moistened. So you want to be able to scrape the bottom of the bowl and just double check that you haven't missed any of the dry ingredients. Now you're going to take your baking loaf, your loaf pan. Now what I use is some parchment paper, and it doesn't have to be perfect, but I do set it in there, and I also spray it with some olive oil. So make sure that you do that because this is a heavy bread and you want to be able to get it out of the pan easily. And this really is the simplest bread in the world to make. Now we're going to take our batter and we're going to go right ahead and plop it right in there, and then just smooth it a little bit on top. Doesn't have to be perfect. A little bit of bumps and a little bit of character to it just makes it look even more delicious when it comes out of the oven. Now we're going to cook this for about 40 to 45 minutes in the oven at 350 degrees. You can tell when it's cooked by how it feels when you kind of tap on the top of it. But look at this, it looks amazing. I'll see you guys back in a few minutes when it comes out of the oven. All right guys, so I've pulled our bread out of the oven. It smells so amazing in this kitchen. This is how bread should be. Look at this, look how gorgeous this is. Now let's get it out of the pan and show you just how yummy this is. Look at this. Now because we've used our parchment paper, it comes out of your pan really nice and easy. Now if you're doing this at home, you're going to want to put it on a cooling rack, not like I am, and you're probably going to want to wait for it to cool before you start to cut it, but we're not going to wait because we want to try it right now. Now look at this. Absolutely gorgeous. Now I'm going to go ahead and cut a little piece off just so I can show you guys how beautiful that consistency is. Look at this. This is bread. This has 8.5 grams, almost 9 grams of protein per slice. It has 9 grams of fiber per slice and only 3 net carbs. So you couldn't be healthier with this. Make sure you subscribe. I would love to hear your comments down below. I would love to hear how your bread turns out and what you do, how you change up the recipe to make it your own. In the meantime, I can't wait to see you guys back here for our next recipe. Thanks guys.